at the Architecture Biennale this year. We are inside one of the frame, the structure in the United States Pavilion Hall. You did this in 2 weeks. All this frame, 3 floors of all these fine wood.
Yeah.
Which was the idea?
Well, the first thing you said was the idea that we wanted to make something that you could walk around in.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that you could experience. And so, and this kind of wood, pine, and like this kind of wood framing is very common in the United States. We build most of our houses that way, but it's not very common in other parts of the world. It's a kind of it's not a good wood for building. It's very soft. It splinters. So you have to use different techniques to build with it. So, but it's also it has some advantages. It's very, very lightweight. You can build for less money. You can build pretty quickly. You can do it yourself. You don't have to know a lot to do it. You can kind of nail things together and make it. And because of that, it's had an interesting influence on American culture and maybe also reflects some things about American culture, like how improvisational and rough sometimes our art or our cultural practices can be. Also how we're sort of comfortable with change and thinness and temporary buildings or things that don't seem like they're going to last forever is sort of like an okay thing in the U.S. So so we got into it because in architecture we don't talk about wood framing very much, and so it's my co-curator and I, Paul Preisner, we thought this is something, maybe some new ideas, some new design can come from this if we look at it a little more carefully and try to learn a little bit about it and think about how to use it differently in architecture.
Because from the outside, it seems quite like a cage or something covering everything. And you said that in America, frame is very important in buildings.
Yeah.
And this is what you wanted to reproduce or remake here.
Yeah, well, this is, in a regular project, normal project in the U.S., all of this would eventually be covered, both inside and out, by other materials, and you would never see it. So that's another part of the project, is to only build this part, which itself is a kind of idea, like what if we build things that aren't complete, or that maybe put the materials together in a little bit different way, so that we, like even the aesthetic experience of that is pretty different. So, I wanted to see that too.
And the color is nice.
It's beautiful. It's like very nice and yellow.
And one of the first time that we can see even the Biennale.
Yeah, it's nice up here. Yeah, it's nice to see the Jardin. And there's some trees over here. So you see some trees like in this form, and you see trees growing. It's a lot of different kinds of trees up here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.